Hey, how's it going? I hadn't said that in a while. I felt compelled. Hey, how's everybody going? A lot of stamps. Have a lot of fun with stamps. They're my healthiest of special interests. Krishnamurti might have finally gotten through to me. You are the anger. You are not observing the anger. You are that anger. It can be a righteous anger. It can be an idiotic anger, and all the rest of it. Once one realizes the source of what is making one angry, and that it is mere righteous or idiotic anger, it's done. The source is known, it's done. The source of the anger. So the observer is the observed. There's no separating, I got angry. I wonder why what can I do to change that wasn't me. What can I be to not be that? You were that, you are that. You can't say, I'm going to stop being angry. I'm going to stop being compelled. No. It has to be a good, hard, sober, honest look at what's making one part and parcel of anger. Then it's done. Okay, I got 2 tunes. Happy Thanksgiving, I suppose. I got Minnie Riperton. I can't hit that high note she does. I don't think I can. But I doubt she can hit well, she died, so she can't. But if she was alive, then I doubt she could have hit many of my lower notes. I don't think Karen Carpenter could even hit my low. Well, maybe Karen Carpenter. She could get kind of low. I don't know. I think I delivered. I wrote Music Savant, 150 plus minutes. Music Savant. Then if someone listens to some of that, it's like, yup, that's a Music Savant. But I give all the credit to autism and ADHD, and because I did learn music as a kid. I just didn't realize back in the day. I missed back in the day that I was a savant. No one told me I was a savant. No one let me know. I had no mentor saying, hey, well, maybe a little more than hey, but. So I got 2 tunes I can sing through. I'm supposing better late than never for singing. I can add this to the silent movie. I've got this idea where I can cobble the Chaney movie. I saw this one a long time ago. I forget what happened, so it'll be like watching it again. I pick good stuff usually. And then I can cobble it all together and then throw it on, and then I can upload the full movie, so it becomes a special interest. So I'm out of stamps, and I'm trying to replace negative with positive. I'm trying to remove negative and replace it with positive, because I have autism. I need to stay busy. ADHD, you gotta stay busy, I suppose, right? They're known for playing video games. So, and the Aspies are known for the special interest. Big chunk of us have both. That's the plot twist for the neurodivergent. You probably have both. You more than likely have both. Unless you're like really put together well for ADHD, then maybe you don't have autism. I'll grant you that. And there are Aspies who won't have ADHD, but apparently, if you're an Aspie, you're more than likely having both. And ADHD, you'll be less likely than that to have both. Okay, the way I do this is I'm basically using my air. My airs are the sheet music. I was in band. I even took music in college for theory though, like intro to music. But and I would so I got an A+. The teacher assistant I was innocent back then, and I didn't know I should have been a musician. That's what I should have done. But no one. It's water under the bridge. One can't go back. One needn't go back. So my trick is, so my airs are perfect pitch, whatever that means. They're saying 1 in 10,000 have perfect pitch. I'd like verification on that, but it sounds accurate. I mean, come on. Like, how many 7-footers are there? There are not that many. It's like if you're 7 feet tall, there's like a percentage where you might want to look into doing that. And it's same with autism, with music. And I was good at math too. And I explained in the last video or two that math and music are basically the same. It's about the distance. Music in particular, obvious, Captain Obvious, it's the distance between the sounds. Okay, dokie, I got 2 tunes. I think I said everything I needed to say. Oh, so my method is I don't have to correct anything. If I make mistakes, I'll just leave it. I might once in a while try to edit in correction, but I've only done that a few times. Not enough to even mention it. So for the most part, so I listen, I get comfortable with the tunes, and then when I'm listening to it, I'm sort of trying to convey what the tune is. I'm trying to translate as me what the famous tunes. And then I'll do that like I do for the vocals, obviously, and then I also cover the instrumentals through scat, and I try to, if it's violins, I try to duplicate whatever the instrument is. I try, whatever it was, I try to duplicate it. Piano. And sometimes I'm like, oh wow, I can't believe I'm able to do that. But then I'm like, well, they told you learn by listening. So when I was a kid, I was listening to jazz all the time. But I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. I thought I was pathetic at improvising. But when I hear what they're playing, the famous jazz people, it's like I just know, because when you're kid, I practiced all the skills, and I got autism, and I got some awards for the sound. I didn't get awards for improvising, and that's when I quit, because I thought I was pathetic. But I could have done it. I would have been like doing it by air. I would have just figured it out through the brain. My brain. So it's like you can just kind of tell. I don't know. It's tough to explain. more than I just did. And I swear to God, I'm not trying to sound obnoxious. I'm out of stamps. I need a special interest that's not negative. I got confidence to talk. Unfortunately, I'm pathetic talking in person with someone. I'm never. Sometimes I'm this good, but mostly I'm awkward. I'm not ashamed. But music, when I'm doing it, I'm not awkward at all with that. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I admit I got a little shy here and there, so the voice would crackle a bit. But for the most part, I find it easier to flow. Writing, I found writing easier because it's just the one person thing. You write it down, then you can edit it up a little bit, present it. I didn't have the regular stems to make it obvious. I chewed my fingernails though. I never would have thought that would count as autism, to chew your fingernails. I was just born too young. If I had been born 10 years later, then maybe 11, 12 years later, mid 90s, then they would, if I had been in high school in the mid 90s, then maybe someone would have known, would have just known. I mean, you're a kid in the same town, they're gonna know, they're same teachers, someone would have maybe put it together. And then that would have helped me, because then when I was doing good in band, so I was born 10 years later, I would become a musician. But I'm in a good, I don't get depressed, so I'm not gonna fret. I'm not gonna go like, oh wow, what if? Like, damn. No, it's like better late than never to solve life riddles. Okay, this Byrds tune, I don't know. There's a lot of different people singing, and I don't like that. And Minnie Riperton, the songs kind of, I can't hit that high note, and I don't want to sound screechy. But I'm gonna do the two tunes anyway, because I do need the special interest. So I listened to those quite a bit today, and especially the Byrds. I listened to the Byrds one quite a bit for the last several days. I tried Minnie Riperton a year or two ago, and just did. I don't. I just kept trying to see how far high and low I could go. Going low, you can only go so far, because then it's too. It can't be done. I can't do it anyway, and then it just sounds too low to pick up. And the high pitch ones are like really harsh on the airs, but with Audacity, one can take skim off the rawness of it. And but I can't compete with her. But I bet I could do this. I could duplicate her range, because I doubt she can get the lower notes. It's a male female thing. She goes so high, I can barely even imagine how she does that. I think I can get like an octave or two lower than that. I don't know how the hell. It's otherworldly what she did with that note. But I like putting together stuff. I don't care that I don't get many page views. I know there's a few people out there who seem to like my shtick, so it's basically us, and then maybe some other people will get into it. But I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of to like my videos. It's like a pure art form. This might be famous in like 100 years. I'm not saying all of it, but maybe one or two of the tunes in like 100 years, they'll be like, oh wow, listen to this. Someone in 100 years. Um, I like that we can all self-publish. I don't like that there's no freedom of association. That I don't like how it's all rigged for algorithm. I love singing. I just wish I could figure out better tunes than this, but okay, I'm gonna do it because I have no stamps. If I had stamps, I wouldn't be doing this. I swear to God. And if so I can clean. Maybe tomorrow I'll clean because I don't know when I'm gonna end up with some stamps. I I look through I buy stamps. I look through them. I throw out what has to get thrown out, which is most of them. And then I find the stamps that are good, that are collectible. I hope anyone else who's into stamps is doing the same thing. They're not keeping garbage. If I don't care if it's a $30 stamp. If it's ripped, then throw it out. Alright, anyway, right, no one's gonna break the bank as a stamp collector, but it's very fun, and it looks like one can break even. That's the word on the street. You can break even. I mean, it's not for the completely destitute, I'll say that, but if anyone's spending any money at all on anything, then it's very doable. Just remember that, especially with the common cheap stamps, they better be in perfect condition or no one wants them. But if you if you can find the cheap ones and they're in good condition, then those are underrated for value. That's the hint. That's the clue. That's the secret to stamp collecting. It's all about the condition. And they're called common. Now, I'm not going to get into stamps. Sorry about that, but I'm out of them. So I have to do something. So it's going to be singing. Talking and singing. Singing and talking. Let's see. I have to put on headphones. Just checking Audacity to see that it's still working. To the Byrds, 8 miles high. I won't even listen to it again. I'll just go right to them. Apologies in advance for the mistakes. Damn, I hope this doesn't glitch. The computer seems to... Anyone else's computer slowing down all the time? It's just not like what it used to be. Okay, it seems to be ready. The Byrds, 8 miles high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Eight miles and when you touch down, you'll find that it's stranger than known. Signs in the street that say where you're going are somewhere just being there. Nowhere is there want to be found among those afraid of losing their ground. Ring, great town, known for its sound, in places, small faces unbound. Round the squares, huddled in storms, some laughing, some just shapeless forms. Sidewalk scenes and black limousines, some living, some standing alone.